This is a presentation on Dr. Christina Alligood and exploring the science and intervention techniques with zoological and aquatic animals. The science that's being utilized is applied behavior analysis, also known as ABA. It is a science that's devoted to understanding behavior. It helps us to understand how behavior works, understand how the behavior is affected in the environment, and how the behavior is taking place. Dr. Christina Alligood received her master's degree from the University of North Carolina at Wilmington and a PhD in 2007 from West Virginia University. She holds a doctoral level in a board-certified applied behavior analysis. Her initial work began with the key larva wood rats, and along with other work that's listed below, she then was awarded the Bean Award for Significant Achievement in Captive Breeding from the Association of Zoos and Aquariums in 2009. She also was granted the Federal Challenge Grant in 2010. Since 2007, Dr. Alligood has integrated her applied behavioral analysis techniques throughout various zoos, aquariums, and conservation programs. These would include Disney's Animal Kingdom, Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, Castaway Cay in the Bahamas, the Seas with Nemo and Friends at Epcot, and the Disney Resort in Hawaii. Now, animal connections. What is a conditioned reinforcer? Well, a conditioned reinforcer, according to Alligood, begins as a neutral stimulus and becomes an effective reinforcer simply by the virtue of its relations to some other reinforcer. For example, the clicker. At first, the clicker is meaningless to the animal. When the animal hears the clicker sound, it consequently is paired and consistently paired with the delivery of food. That sound may take on its own function of increasing the likelihood that the behavior is followed and will be repeated. The noise allows a trainer to inform the animal that the behavior has also been achieved and that the award will be given. The association of the noise and the behavior, again commonly known as a bridge, can be verbal, a whistle, or the clicker. The latter is often a favored cue to be consistent and make the sound of the noise. Animal training has a profound impact on the animals. Physical, emotional, and mental welfare. The vast majority of behaviors trained are for the improvement of the animal's welfare and aid in their health efforts. Example of this would be animals being able to be trained to stand on a scale, accept voluntary injections, to give blood, or even offer a body part for the veterinarian for examinations. Again, another example would be many animals are voluntarily crated, and they will be easily transported to the hospital, making the whole experience more enjoyable for the animal. And also, when they get to the vet, there's a clear view of the animal's health without being compromised from irregular readings. The bridge. Classical conditioning was an important part of Keller Breland. Breland was a student in Skinner's lab at Harvard in the 1930s, where they studied operant learning. In 1943, Breland started Animal Behavior Enterprises, ABE, and using positive reinforcement to train the animals for commercial purposes. He is best known as the co-owner and operator of the IQ Zoo. Breland played a major role in developing scientifically validated and humane animal training methods and promoting the widespread use of these methods. The training involved in the use of conditional reinforcer, which Breland coined the term as the bridge, because it was bridging the gap in time between the performance of the behavior and delivery of the established reinforcer. First, a conditioned reinforcer through pairing was established with an established reinforcer only maintains its effectiveness through continued pairings. Second, quality consistency of the reinforcers is important to the behavior. When using a bridge, Dr. Alligood states that we need to select established reinforcers that are highly preferred, and we need to deliver a reinforcer every time we use a bridge. Alligood emphasizes that when multiple trainers are involved, you must select a bridge and a reinforcer that everyone can deliver consistently. When a trainer uses a bridge and does not back it up with an established reinforcer, the bridge is not acting as a conditioned reinforcer. It is likely, according to Alligood, that if this arrangement is going to be used routinely, the established reinforcer will weaken the relation between the two over time. If the bridge is not functioning a conditioned reinforcer and it is not a reliable signal that the established reinforcer is on the way, it is meaningless to the animal. Time to reevaluate. Is it time to reevaluate? Well, let's consider. Has the animal stopped responding to the bridge? Has the animal begun taking long pauses between responses? Does he seem distracted? Does he seem bored and disinterested in the training? Has the progress slowed? And is there signs of frustration? According to Alligood, if any of these are happening, it is a time to reevaluate both the consistency of the bridge and the quality of the reinforcers. When a bridge is paired consistently with a high-quality reinforcer, it can be an excellent tool for reshaping and maintaining the behavior. The number one job is to communicate with the animal clearly. One way to do this is making sure the signals given to the animals are reliable. From a scientific perspective, schedules of reinforcement fall into two broad categories: continuous and intermittent. A correct response is a correct response that falls into a trainer's criteria. In a continuous schedule, every correct response is reinforced. In an intermittent schedule, some correct responses are reinforced while others are not. Intermittent schedules are broken down by fixed, variable, random, or time, ratio, interval. Let's consider this example. The hawk is asked during a husbandry training session to touch a target. The trainer gives a cue: no further reinforcers. Even if the trainer is using intermittent schedule of reinforcement, the rate of responding is limited by the rate in which the trainer gives the cues. When a trainer is training a tiger to open its mouth or a zebra to lift its foot, in an intermittent schedule, the ultimate goal is for the behavior to occur without depending on the trainer to reinforce it. Alligood emphasizes the goal is not to expect this from the animal without the trainer being present. So intermittent schedules really have no clear advantage. And again, this is all for the animal's well-being and quality of life and welfare. From here, with the behavioral husbandry professionals through the AZA, the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, and as the president of the Applied Animal Behavioral Special Interest Group of the Association of Behavioral Analysis International, Alligood brings her expertise to hands-on animal training and enrichment, and expertise in coaching and collaborating with animal training staff. Behavior analysis is a science focused on understanding and influencing behavior, which makes it a perfect match with behavioral husbandry, where the focus is on the welfare of the individual animals. AZA trainings offer clear guidelines and applications focused on how animals interact with their physical and social environment, building on a progressive animal training and enrichment program that fully integrates into daily animal management, which is both proactive and dynamic in nature, and provides successful application of behavior change change strategies with the welfare of the animal in mind. For more information about Dr. Alligood and these animals and training programs, please visit www.animaltraining.org, www.animalenrichment.org. Thank you so much.